Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Dan's channel. I am of course as always Big Dan, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Creator, which is of course Gareth Edwards' new film. So going into this one, the trailer's really hyped it up a lot because it's got the Aerosmith song Dream on it on all of them quite a lot, and I felt like that helped create a lot of hype. And I'd say that hype was pretty much mostly met when I went to finally see this today. It was really good in that I feel like the story, while it's generic to a degree, it is still relatively original and has a lot of original elements to it. For example, Alfie, her as a character, she's quite a unique one in that, and this is just a little minor spoiler, but it's early established on in the film, is that she's able to sort of control sort of technology a bit and turn it off and things like that. So I feel like that was quite an interesting ability for her to have. I also liked her relationship with Joseph, the main character. I just thought it was quite a good one, and sort of a father-daughter kind of bond that they had between the two of them, which relates to something that happens quite early on in the film. I feel like that quite fills the gap that Joseph was having within the film. I will admit that my one problem with the film mainly is that there seems to be a lot of transitions where you move rather than sort of from scene to scene. It kind of moves into sort of flashbacks for him, if that makes sense. So, for example, it could be the end of one scene, then it's like him flashing back to, I don't know, for example, a sort of thing with his wife, which he was thinking about, maybe if they got pregnant or something like that. Something like that. It's a little bit random, and I can see what they're trying to do by flashing it back, but at the same time, it's a little bit questionable. I remember describing this as being kind of a Blade Runner for the modern day, in that a lot of the early sequences within the film made me think back to that exact film, because there was simply just a case of sort of the idea, like more human than human, as the tagline for Tyrell Corp was in that film. Because there's a lot of moments where you think, are the AI sort of actually treating each other and humans better than humans treat each other? Which I thought was quite an interesting thing, and as I said, Blade Runner for the modern day. And Joseph as a character, as the protagonist, also has a really enjoyable sort of character arc to him, and that I felt it was quite sort of mirroring arc. And that early on in the film he keeps saying stuff like, it's not people, it's just programming, and then later on you hear someone say it's just programming, it's not people. And it's kind of the mirror between start and end to show his character development. I really like that. So for all the reasons I've given, mostly positive, my final verdict for The Creator is an 8 out of 10. Originally it was going to be a 7, I will admit, but the reason that it got pushed to an 8 was because the ending of it I thought was really good, and it just pushed it that little bit more, but it stopped. It was only just an 8 and not a 9, or a 7, was because I just felt that the pacing of the film, it went pretty much as fast as it could, but at the same time, maybe about 40 or so minutes in, I could already start to feel its runtime a little bit. So it was slow in that aspect, but again, there's not really a whole lot that could have been done about that. It was relevant for the story, there wasn't really any irrelevant scenes. So yeah, that's my review of The Creator. As I said, really great film. It is definitely one that I'd recommend to go watch, just as long as you have enough time in your day, because this thing's like 2 hours 18 or something like that, so it has got quite a chunky running time. But yeah, really good film overall. Thank you all for watching, and I'm out, guys. Peace.